Hello, everyone. For this review, we've got the FondJoy Batman. Yeah, Dawn of Justice Batman. Um, it comes with this clear shrink wrap on it. We're going to take that off real quick. Okay, and the case is kind of super glossy, so can't win for losing there. It seems like this is officially licensed. There's DC, and there's a QR code, Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers. Um, so this appears to be licensed. This looks pretty cool. It's got a really thick magnetic case to it. On this side, we've got Batman, and we've got kind of a 85-year logo on the bottom. On the back, you get to see static pose, close-up pose, kind of sort of dynamic pose. On the side, it's just Batman again. As I move it, something is rattling on the inside. Oh, it's just cellophane. Okay. Again, really nice magnetic magnetic cover for this thing. And then we've got him in a case. Feeling very Mafex like, not Mafex, Mezco like. Um, Before I show the figure off, yeah, this is Batman versus Superman. We get this nice inner tray with a stand, bunch of fists, bunch of weapons. Um, Looking really good. And let's pull the figure out of here. Um, this is nice. Let me move this out of the way. So he's got a very stocky look, as you can see. He does have bendy wire that goes all the way down the cape. The cape is leather, but one side is flat and the other side is cloth, um, which is fine. It'll let the cape not be so thick, so you can pose it a little bit better. Um, a little squeakiness from the head. Um, so he's got butterfly joints. Not a whole lot of movement, but there is a butterfly joint for the chest. He's got really good shoulder movement. The shoulder does goes up about that far before there's a good bit of resistance. You could probably push past. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to scratch up anything. Good bicep swivel, double elbow. He's got one of those Mafex figure art style wrists where it's a ball peg, so you can kind of move the fist in a different direction to get different, different diagonal movement. Um, he's got really good ab articulation backwards, forward. It's just it's okay. It's there, but it's not like a full crunch. But there's this really nice sculpting that kind of keeps that from really happening. The hips, ooh, the hips are dropped down. You can actually see the mechanism in there. And there is some rotation, but it's going to be uh, inhibited because of the sculpt with the pelvis. The knees are double jointed, and trying to get his cape out of the way. He's got really deep, oh, it's like a double ball joint for the ankle. And as you see, he's got toe articulation. So he's got a lot of articulation, and yeah, this is really nice. Um, so we took a little peek at the accessories that it came with. It did come with this extra box, little mystery box. Inside that box is another box. And let's see what is inside the final box. It is an incredible Ben Affleck portrait. So, good God, really that's really good likeness. Um, this head has its own neck, so you're gonna have a good bit of movement there. And then he comes with this extra piece here, and I don't think we have magnets. I think this is just untabbing and retabbing. Yeah. I'm gonna leave the cape off just to kind of help a little bit better show this guy off. So pop. Oh, that's tight. Um, Pop the neck in and let that sit. This really is meant for the cape to go in. Um, Plus, it's a little tricky lining up the holes that these pieces go back in. Hmm. It's going to take a little bit of work. All right, there's that side. And that side. Okay, not too bad. It's just difficult to do this with a camera sitting in front of you. That keeps coming off. Probably didn't stick it back on very good. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, trying to get this guy in some kind of decent, halfway decent pose. That's pretty cool. The scale, this is kind of a large figure. I've got a uh McFarlane figure over here, and he's taller. He is definitely taller. You could easily display him with McFarlane though. He's not so much taller that he's like noticeably out of scale. I'm gonna try to get these accessories out. The tray is like super contoured to the plastic, and it's just incredibly difficult to slide it out. Okay, so got a stand, got this very weird um very weird uh arm. It's flat, but the little pinchers are spring loaded, and oh, it's ratcheted. Okay. They really are doing some next level stuff with this toy line. Okay. So there is a ratcheted hinge at the bottom, mid area and top area. Let's see if I can try to. Oh, this is too low. Okay, that's decent. Got some stability now. Um, the spring isn't too tight, so I don't feel like it's gonna like scratch up or damage anything. Um, as far as accessories, he has a breathing mask, which implies that this piece comes off. Okay, there is a little place where you can get a finger in under the chin. That's what it looks like without the face part on. And then you can just put that in there, and then you got that look. That's really nice. I'm going to put his lower face back on. He's got two batarangs, silver, just like the movie. He's got a grappling gun. He's got a thumbs up hand. Don't really see that much with Batman figures. He's got some general. Ugh. He's got some batarang holding hands. They're kind of like this. You don't see that very often either, like that particular pose. And this is perfect. Nobody ever sculpts the hand like this. It's always some kind of compromise with having like a generic grip hand. That's awesome. He's got what look like two trigger hands, so you can hold the gun with either left or right. So that's nice. Another um, batarang holding hand. Okay, that is it for the accessories. Let's take off one of these. Let's take off this hand. That's what the joint looks like. It's got a pretty long post with a kind of a ribbed section at the end of it. It's a bit difficult to get the hand on, but also it's hard to do this on camera. So let me do this off camera real quick. Okay. Um, didn't really feel a pop going in, so that was a little difficult to kind of figure out, did I go far enough with that or not? Um, let's give him a grappling gun. Kind of worried about these posts. I don't know if you can see that, but it's barely enough on one side. I'm gonna lightly stick that in right now because I don't know if I want to keep this hand. Might want to change the hand out. That's one thing to kind of be mindful of. Um, and he's got kind of a drunken pose here. Let's fix him up some. Um, other than that, it's a amazing figure. I like all of the color that they did. Just kind of premium all the way around. This is definitely the correct gray. Um, there is a lot of line work, and it seems like they did a wash with it because the line work stands out a lot. I mean, just the face and the face sculpt. I mean, that alone is pretty amazing. The fact that it's in a different box kind of makes that think like it feels like unlicensed, unauthorized. So hey, who knows? Um, they they have some other DC figures, and they look awful. So I don't know what happened, but this release, I mean, it's like knock it out of the park. This is probably going to be like my most favorite uh bat flick Batman. So super duper awesome. Um just to go over the cape a little bit, there's this isn't like the best material, but it's I would say it's better than this, but because of the way it's made, it's gonna wrinkle easily. That's just one thing to kind of be mindful of. And the wire comes all the way to the top, but it's sewn appropriately. It fits. It's gonna lay on the figure a lot better. So that's nice. And with all the articulation, you're gonna be able to get this guy in some really amazing poses. And the stand is like next level. Like whoever designed this stand, like bravo. This is somebody put some thought into like, hey, how can we make a stand just better? And they did it. You get this nice colored base, and then you get a nice clear stand in the back, so it's not completely opaque and not completely transparent. It just gives it. It's just next level. You know, close to what Mezco does, but this is better than Mezco. Now, thinking about Mezco, yeah, Mezco is gonna have cloth outfit over it, but to me, the cloth stuff works best when it's not supposed to be detailed. Like I enjoy the Mezco stuff that is like classic, classic Batman, classic Superman, where it's like pajamas and some short, you got the short shorts over the pajamas. There's no, line work and cross hatching and all kinds of crazy detail. I think that stuff looks awesome. And you got to think about, Mezco started off with the Dark Knight Batman, and I just think for that scale, simplified suits work better for those figures. And even like large scale, like the Hot Toy stuff, they always use the weird rubber, melted on top of fabric type stuff. And it'll look good in a, static statue pose, but you go to pose it and you got to wonder, okay, oh, I don't want to leave this in this pose too long. Matter of fact, the instructions tell me don't. I need to, change the pose every 1 or 2 weeks. It's just kind of crazy. Like, you want an action figure. I don't know I would, mess with this as rough as I mess with McFarlane figure, but you know, at the same time I don't think this is as delicate as some other figures, but I would be careful with the batarang. That's gonna break easily if you put too much pressure on it. And I would be careful about the um, wrist pegs because of the way the disc joint is set up. The peg is going to be on one side, and especially for the one hand I was looking at, where the peg attaches to the ball, wasn't very robust. It was like thinner at the ball than it was at the top of the bag. So that's kind of scary. Um, all that said, I would recommend this. I'm curious what they will do next. Hopefully, they keep coming with the improvements. Maybe they'll do some redos because their Wonder Woman and Superman just look terrible. So maybe they'll go back to the drawing board and come out with some new versions of those. And if they do, I'll probably be picking them up. So that's our review. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is worth buying? I found this on Amazon. So you can buy it on Amazon right now. You don't have to buy it from a, you know, overseas retailer. You don't have to buy it from Show Z or Amazon Japan or something weird like that or Alibaba. So look it up on Amazon and you can order this right now. It will come from China though, so it will take like 2 or 3 weeks to get to you, but you can get it fairly quick. As always, thanks for watching and please tune in to some more videos coming up.